what's been going on over the last several weeks. And obviously the last probably 48 to 72 hours has just been constant confusion and lots of fear that are going on out there. So we want you guys to plan again. We want to continue to plan. We do not want you guys to panic. So let's talk about real things that are going on today. So as we talked about several months ago, I know you guys are scared. Over the last 96 hours, 72 hours, 24 hours, and today, the last 12 hours, I've received call after call after call from business owners just like you who are scared, who are trying to understand what's going on in society. I'm just as frustrated as you are with the sanctions, with the shutdowns. If you're in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, all these things are starting to come around. Illinois is another state that has just started, shutting down the state. And so here's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on the things that we can control. We need to focus on the things that you can adapt to right now. And look, guys, I'm excited. I get real excited. I say things fast and sometimes I make mistakes. So if you're going to hold that against me, I'm really sorry. But let's talk about some areas that you can control right now. All right. So most importantly, let's go to this, right? The 3 F's that go on. You can either flight, you can freeze, or you can fight. Okay, I talked to a business owner today and she told me today, she goes, I don't want to be one of those million businesses that are going into bankruptcy. I don't want to quit. But the reality is sometimes you may be feeling the same way. You may be feeling down. I'm asking you, keep fighting. I'm begging you guys to keep fighting, right? So if you look even further, it's about what are the things that we need to do? And again, I know pivot's been used for the last 9 months. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Look, people, there is no other word for it. I need you to shift your thinking again. I need you guys to shift your thinking again. And I need you guys to look deep inside yourself because we're going to need perseverance, positive thoughts, tenacity. And you're going to have to start leaning on some people just like I do because I get frustrated just like you. So let's talk about 5 things that you need to do over again. And if you're not doing it, shame on you. If you are doing it, all right, let's keep moving. So here's the thing, communicate. When it comes to crisis communication, and yes, we're still in crisis communication. We are still in the moment of we need to communicate with who? Your team. Okay, you need to communicate with your team. You need to let them know what's going on. You need to keep them abreast. You need to keep them abreast so that they can help you go because what you're trying to do is to save the business and to keep moving forward. And what does that mean to them? Saves their job, right? It saves their job. It allows them to continue to work. We need to communicate to our customers again. We need to communicate clearly, specifically, and not just once. Every day, hey, what are we doing? What are our specials? What are the things that we're going to be doing in our business? Here's the way that we're going to serve you. Number 3, our networks. Yes, social media networks, your professional networks, your team, accountants, attorneys. Who are the people? Your networking group. We need to communicate with them so that they can let people know what they're doing. If there's anything that you can communicate, it's this: shop local, shop small, because any job is considered paramount if you're putting food on the table for your family. So we need to keep going like that. Then also, we need to communicate with your suppliers and your stakeholders, right? We need to communicate with your community. You need to keep in constant communication with your health district. Okay, I know I talk with my hands, but I'd be a deaf mute. So also, if you aren't communicating, call me, reach out to me. We'll put a link in this, but it's actioncoachwilco.com. You can reach me at Andy O'Brien at actioncoach.com. You can reach me on Instagram, which Executive Coach Andy. You can find me on LinkedIn. Reach out, put a note in the box. Tell us where you're from. We want to be able to help you. My team and I are here for you. So communicate. And if you do reach out to us, we will talk to you about strategies and tactics that you can use in your business. All right, this one here, be positive. Be positive. Panic and worry never helps anybody. There's an old cliche. It's like, I worry. And then that energy spreads to your team, and that energy spreads to your family, and that energy spreads to your customer. Well, here's the deal. I can't control what is happening with the pandemic. Nobody has any idea how we're going to control this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they're all working very hard for everybody. So I need you to be positive, panic and worry. And if you're that worried, here's what I want you to do. If you want to feel silly, grab an umbrella. I want you to go stand in the parking lot. I want you to put the umbrella up, and I want you to stand there until it starts to rain. Right? Sounds pretty silly, right? But that's what panic and worry do. And you must look for small wins. Today, we've talked to many people. 1% changes every hour. 1% changes every day. That's a huge increase. All right. And then also, we must look at, okay, what else can we sell? How can we change our business model? So things you need to look at. If you're a restaurant or you're a bar and you've been shut down by the government, you need to look at how can we sell other things online? How can we change ourselves to an essential business? Now, I'm sure somebody out there is gonna be like, well, my gosh, that's not what we want. Well, if you're a coffee shop, can you sell flour? Can you sell syrups? If you're a restaurant, can you sell bulk items to people? And have takeout, have drive-throughs. We need to consider how we can change our model. Nothing is perfect, but if you look at these distilleries, they were able to pivot and start putting out hand sanitizer. So we must look at other ways to grow your business. Sometimes less news is better. Right now, people, it has been an absolute crazy time in the news and the news media, right? They are into panic and worry because they believe that sells. You must find a reputable news source that gives you critical information that is good for you. All right. And you must. We did an event last week, 5 levels of leadership. You need to lead your people. You must lead them. And by leading them, you must be a good follower. You must give them the best thing that you can. You must show some empathy. So that's number 2. Number 3. Okay, we are in the winter months. We talked about your cycles. Okay, so what did you guys do last April? What worked? What didn't work? You must know what your cycle is, and you must go back to what worked then. How can I adjust it? How can I change it? How can I be better? We must continue to change in our business. And I know that's like, well, my gosh, I did all this stuff and it worked then. I tried it, it didn't work. Well, guess what? If you didn't have a written process, try it again. It might work now. If you want to talk through those strategies, call us, call our team. We are here to help. We're here to look out for you. All right. Again, change, get ahead, right? The only constant in life is change, right? But the other flip side of that, Albert Einstein said, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So look, if you've tried over and over and it's not working, I need you to step outside yourself. I need you to step outside your business and stop working in it so hard. And I need you to look for the flowers in front of the trees or the trees in the forest, right? And we must look at the formula for change. And what is that? It's D times V plus F. It has to be greater than the resistant. So many times over the last 9 months, I've talked to people, you know what their greatest resistance was? Is their own mindset. And people are like, oh, that's really easy for you to say. No, it's not. I have the same issues. I must get outside of myself. So we must look at what are the first steps we need to take? What are the learnings that we have had over the last 10 months to help us move our business forward that will help us with the first steps? And then we have to look at how do we get the vision greater than the dissatisfaction, right? Vision greater than the dissatisfaction. Because again, the business has burned the boats. We cannot quit, right? So if you need resources, this is going to be one of those things that many of you men don't want to hear. If you need somebody to talk to, you need a therapist, you need a coach, you need an accountant, you need a banker. You must reach out to all of those people because they're here to help. Now, we must change product, services, pricing, delivery, staffing. We must right-size our business again. And in the whole business, we must look at it. What does the business look like and how can we change it? And if you need to, break your business. Break your business on purpose so that you must change. And number 5, for today, save resources. Okay, we must look at cutbacks again. We must look at that. What do we need to do? Cash is king. You need to stop spending. Where can you reduce outlays? Renegotiate now. What does your inventory stock look like? You must slow things down or postpone. But most importantly, if you take anything away from what I'm talking about now, is you must continue to market. You must market 100%, if not 200% more than you've ever marketed before. Because what we learned from March and April is this. Those that stopped marketing when everything started to open up again, they're like, oh my gosh, my business isn't coming back. Oh my gosh, I don't have business. That's your fault. We told you to market then. Keep your name out in front of them. Market the small things. Market all of the things you're doing. Let people know where you are. Because again, this is going to end and we must continue to drive business into your business. So here's what's going to happen over through the first of the year. We're going to be doing every Wednesday at 5 p.m. We're going to be doing a live Facebook. We're going to talk about things you need to do to change your business, things you need to do, crisis 2.0. We're going to be here except for next week, which is Thanksgiving. I want you guys to spend time with your loved ones. I want you to be around those that you care about and gain support. And then the week of Christmas, we're also not going to be doing it. But every week other than that, we're going to have a 20-minute lesson on how to help you in your business. So here's what I want you to do. In the comments, put where you're from. In the comments, send a questionnaire. Direct message me or our team so that you can get the help that you need. Hey, now the flip side of this coin is there's businesses out there that are doing phenomenal. Okay, they're doing great. They've tripled their business. This has been a great time for them. You must also look at how do we help those that can't. So if you're in a business, you're in a fast growth, give us a call. We'll help you build processes into it so you can scale. But my name's Andy O'Brien. I'm with Action Coach Wilco, and we're here to help all businesses be successful through this crazy time. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.